I have to say, I am an AI optimist. I have to be. I used to be a software engineer, and now it's taken away my job, so I better do something else. And someone decided, you know what, you could go on stage, and I'm like, are you sure? You're going to take that risk? Of course they are, but we'll see how we get through. We'll get through today in terms of what we want to show you. I want to start off with just a brief story that we've been thinking about a lot throughout of today. Cast your mind back a little bit. I don't know, you obviously weren't there, but in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell, with all his optimism, his hope, a series of wires all stitched together, was seeking to effectively bring voice over a machine. His assistant, Thomas Watson, sat in the other room, and he heard the immortal words, "Watson, come here." He got the command to come into the other room, and an incredible thing had happened. Voice had traveled from one room to another for the first time in human history. It was a groundbreaking moment. And as a Scotsman, as an innovator, I've got to dine out on what the Scots are doing. We've done so many incredible things. I won't bore you with the exhaustive list of them, but I'm interested in his innovation. But not just that, I'm interested in what happened next, because the invention was cool. It was really cool. It changed telecommunications. But what really happened next was the operating model that sort of grew around that invention for us to speak to one another, and then eventually became a contact center. I myself have worked at Sabio for over 20 years, and I've also worked in a contact center, so I know a little bit about what we're talking in today. Our team are focused on AI innovation, and today we want to showcase some of those incredible things that we've been working on, and maybe some inspiration and some ideas that we have. We're just getting set up with the demo here to go through. We're going to crank up the danger, and we're really going to go with that demo. I think, though, Bell would be extremely impressed, would he not, if he was to look at perhaps maybe how far we've come by taking a machine and voice and sticking them together. Machines now, as we've heard from our friends this morning, that they can understand, they can reason, and they can respond. And yep, that is true. They can also understand really broad, quick-speaking Scottish accents, which you're probably having difficulty with right now. So you're doing the hard part, the machine also does. I'm going to hand over in a moment here to Claire, who also works in the AI innovation team, and she's going to show you what these things are capable of. Claire?
Okay, let's just jump straight into it.
Hello, you have reached Sabio Insurance. I am Stephen, Sabio's virtual experience assistant. Just so you are aware, I am an AI, and you can ask for a person at any time, but there might be a little wait. How can I help you today?
Oh yeah, I've actually just been in a car accident and my car's been hit.
I'm really sorry to hear that. That sounds very upsetting. Let us get you some help. To start with, can I take your full name and your policy number if you have it handy?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Claire Butcher, so it's spelled C-L-A-I-R-E, and then it's just butcher like a butcher shop. And then my policy number is 2024, and then there's a little tiny dash, 8891.
Thank you. So you are Claire Butcher, and your policy number is 2024-8891. Is that all correct?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Claire. Let me pull up your details now. One moment. Right. I have your policy here. You have a black Range Rover from 2009. Can you tell me what happened with the accident? And if you and anyone else are all right?
Yeah, so we're all okay, but basically I was stationary. I was just at a junction kind of looking before I pulled out, but the person behind me drove into me, swerved slightly, so they've kind of like hit into the left back of my car.
Thank you for explaining that, Claire. So you were stationary at a junction, and the car behind you went into the rear left of your Range Rover. But everyone is okay. I'm really glad no one is hurt. That must have been quite a shock. Let me open a claim for you now. One moment, please. Your claim reference number is 2026-0331. To help us assess the damage, could you send us a photo of the damaged area of your car, ideally from the rear left? If you use WhatsApp, you can send it through there.
Yeah, sure, I can use WhatsApp.
Lovely, thanks Claire. I have just sent you a WhatsApp message now. If you could simply reply to it with a photo of the damage on the rear left of the car. Once you have sent it, just let me know.
Okay, I've sent that now. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see that now, thank you. Let me just take a quick look at the photo. Right, the picture shows your black Range Rover with damage to the rear left. The quarter panel looks heavily crushed, the bumper is torn and partly hanging off, and the left tail light is broken. And I can also see the registration plate is missing. Is there anything else about the damage that you think I should know?
No, that's everything, thank you.
No problem at all, Claire. Based on what I can see, your car is not really safe to drive, so we will get you some help to get home. I have just sent you a WhatsApp message asking for your location. If you could open it and use the attach option to share your live location with us, then tell me once you have done that.
Okay, yep, so I've just shared my live location with you. Has it gone through to you?
Brilliant, thank you. Let me just check that now. Right, your GPS shows you in the London E1W2SF area, but it places you inside a building on the map. There are a couple of roads nearby. Can you tell me if you are on Pennington Street or Wapping Lane?
Yeah, it's raining outside. Sorry, I just nipped into the building so I could make this call without getting wet, but I parked the car on Wapping Lane.
That makes perfect sense. Thanks for explaining. And good idea staying out of the rain. I've arranged a recovery vehicle to collect your Range Rover from Wapping Lane, and that is all sorted now. A recovery truck should reach you in around 25 minutes, and the driver's name is Dave. And I've also sent you a WhatsApp message so you can track his progress. Would you like me to contact the garage now to arrange the repairs for you?
Oh, no, I don't need that, thank you. But just before I go, could you just recap what we did on this call? I just want to know exactly what you've done.
Of course, no problem. So, we have opened a new claim for you under reference 2026-0331 for your black 2009 Range Rover after you were hit in the rear left while stationary at a junction. You sent us photos of the damage on WhatsApp. I confirmed the rear left damage, including the quarter panel, bumper, tail light and missing plate. And we agreed the car is not safe to drive. You then shared your live location, confirmed you are on Wapping Lane, and I booked a recovery truck to meet you there in about 25 minutes with a driver called Dave. And I have sent you a WhatsApp message so you can track the recovery. Is there anything else at all I can help you with today?
No, that's everything. Thanks so much.
You are very welcome, Claire. I am glad I could help today. I hope the rest of your day goes as smoothly as possible once the recovery arrives. Take care and goodbye.
Bye.
That's fantastic. And, you know, we really like to go and take risks and run live demos, so we're all sweating and the team are thinking, is it going to work? But of course it's going to work, because the question now isn't really, can AI agents do impressive things? They can do impressive things. You've seen that already. We've talked about it all morning. What's really the question that we focus on in the innovation space is, what do you do with AI agents when they reach your contact center? We've heard from already on the platform about how they're being adopted into those operations. And that's really the transformational elements that we focus upon. The invention is incredible. The telephone was outstanding and it changed an entire world. But the transformational element was, how was it adopted by the operation? Bell was famous for saying, perhaps, don't quote me, that there would be one day a telephone in every single city in the world. That's the extent of where he thought the invention would go. We know that it went so much further than that. He underestimated exactly where it would end up, not just in every city, but ultimately in everyone's pocket. And that's the power of the machine and the voice together. Now, as we want to show you today, some of our ideas, just give me a second while we sort things out. We want to show you perhaps maybe where those AI agents potentially reach into your operations. Our platform and the tools that we've been building at Sabio help contact centers adopt that technology, because we know that contact centers don't just adopt technology because it's impressive. They adopt technology because it fits with what they're already doing and already doing it well. So rather than trying to reinvent the wheel, as they say, we want to adapt and also complement perhaps maybe what you've already seen today. Our Sabio.ai platform covers various areas and aspects of the contact center world that would be familiar to you. And it's really important for us to do that in a way that you recognize, that you can absorb and you can adopt. We start with analytics that you can see here. Again, analytics and reports are our bread and butter. They're your lifeblood. They drive your contact centers. And they've almost become table stakes. They answer those questions that we have, things like, is the agent resolving the customer's needs? Is it escalating at the right time? And then once it's done all of that, we think that the more important questions will follow. Things like, did it do its job well? Was it good? How can I ensure that my supervisors are managing these conversations at scale, making sure that things are not going off-piste? How can I fold in the domain knowledge that we have as a body of people to a machine, a system that doesn't necessarily know everything about us? Yeah, we can fold in knowledge and we can make those things happen, but we need that human touch always. And then finally, how can we turn the tables on AI technology? How can we look and actually use it to help improve our people? You hear people talk about AI agents and human agents. Well, we tend to try and think about AI agents and people. That human term just seems peculiar to me. It's your people that you have in your contact centers. As we look, I just want to ask you a quick question. How is it that you in your own contact center manage and make sure that your agents are doing the right thing? We've built processes and teams and understanding around this whole idea of quality management. As we move on and we showcase maybe some of the capabilities that we have for quality management, we're using the same technology and the same idea that we've built over time just for AI agents, asking those questions like, did it represent our brand? Did it say things in the right tone? Was it empathetic? Yeah, these are really important questions that we want to focus on. The next thing we want to show you as one of our ideas is the conversation center. As supervisors within a contact center, they are really the people that sort of manage and maintain your operation on a day-to-day basis. They ensure that all the right things are being done and said across your agent populace. And when people get stuck, especially your agents, they raise their hand and effectively someone comes to help. Our tools are looking to solve that problem, making sure that your supervisors can look across AI conversations in the same way, be able to manage them, be able to make approvals, deal with escalations before they become disruptions, look at conversations that perhaps maybe are at risk of leaving the AI system and coming into the contact center and steering them away from those more costly interactions. And then finally, we want to show you an idea that's a real prototype. I get super excited about this type of stuff. You know, you're like, yeah, it sounds it. One idea that we're experimenting with, we want to share with you today, is turning the tables of AI technology. You would have heard all about how we can contain and deflect and do all that wonderful stuff. But also, what do we do with the people that we have? Can we use AI to improve them? Can we make them better? You'll know that improving the people in your organizations is a costly experience. You have to train, you have to feedback, you have to coach, and then you have to repeat it all again, and you have to go through that cycle as people then improve. Having AI act as the customer and call your agents and give them scenarios perhaps maybe that they don't often get too often, that allows them then to practice and then receive feedback, then to improve how they handle things, all within a safe environment, all within a controlled environment that you can then tailor and deliver to them. You know, you all know that those really sensitive calls, they only really come about once maybe in a few weeks or a month or so. Being able to replicate that again and again so the agents can then respond to it and improve. Ultimately, all this stuff is cool. Right, and ultimately we would talk all day, and that's why I have a script, because if I don't have one it goes off piste and we'll be here for 50 minutes. But I want to invite you as we go into our break now to speak to one of our AI specialists. They have a cool snazzy t-shirt on like this, yeah. And also, more so, go to our booths and experience this technology for yourself. Not just in a generic demo, go and build something for yourselves, build them for your companies, share them at the end with your boss, you know, show off, hey look, I've built something really cool here, you should see this. So as we go into our break now, you can come and join with us in all of the booths and our experts will help you do that. So thank you for listening.